What's he seen, people? This is Matthew, and this is another episode of What's he seen. And today I'll be talking about that film, that film that everybody talking about, that film that everybody so hyped up and excited for. Even people who never watch an MCU movie, who never watch a superhero movie, who don't even care about superhero movies, had to see this one. Of course, I'm talking about the 18th. I think it's the 18th because Thor Ragnarok was the 17th, I think. But anyway, this is the 18th, I think, film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Of course, I'm talking about Black Panther. Now, if you guys remember from a little movie called Captain America Civil War, we were introduced to the character of Black Panther. And while he didn't really quite steal the show for me, Spider-Man did, in my opinion, just saying. He was a great presence in that movie. And you know, we were excited when we heard that yes, he was going to get his own standalone movie. And then when you heard about the cast and the crew and everybody involved in this, it was like, you know, pandemonium. So yes, the hype train for this movie was real. You know what I mean? People were just talking about this movie before it even came out. When the movie came down here in theaters, people just went crazy with it. They went with the African garb, you know, the shikis, all that stuff. Well, and you know, in case you're wondering if I went with the shiki, no, I didn't, because I just went with my Civil War shirt. No, this is not it, but it comes close. I mean, not everybody went with African clothes, and I'm not saying that everybody should. Brandon, where you went in when you went to see the show? You went in with the shikis and stuff? You just went normal?
I went in like a onesie, a Black Panther onesie.
And I mean, I wanted to get my Black Panther hoodie dread, but you know, time and shipping and handling, and you know, I really want to go opening weekend. I'm an opening weekend kind of dude. So anyway.
Yeah, I went in pajamas.
You went in pajamas. You
Yeah.
you good, but you real good.
Yeah, you know, you live Black Panther, yeah.
Yeah. So without spoiling the film, this story pretty much is set after the events of Captain America Civil War. So T'Challa, who's played once again by Chadwick Boseman, is now king because his father died during the events of Civil War. So he returns to his home of Wakanda, and here enters a character by the name of Killmonger, who's played by Michael B. Jordan. And he actually has lineage with the Wakandas as well. So he returns home and he's like, yo, that throne is mine, you know, but I coming back for that throne, you know. If I had to kill you for that, I am coming for that throne. So now with Killmonger here in the picture, the fate of Wakanda and the rest of the world, when you think about it, is at risk here. So while I will not go out of my way to say that this is a perfect 100% movie, I can easily say that this is definitely one of the best MCU movies that we have gotten in quite some time. I really thoroughly enjoyed this film. I'm not saying that this is a perfect movie, mind you, but there are so much things to really love and appreciate with this film. For one thing, the cinematography. This is a gorgeous, beautiful looking movie here. Wakanda looks so incredibly beautiful. Like, I just legit want to go there on a vacation. Like, on my bucket list right now, first entry is like, yo, I have to go to Wakanda. This place looks breathtaking. It looks so gorgeous. Everybody killed it, in my opinion. Whether it was Angela Bassett, whether it was Forrest Whitaker, Chadwick Boseman himself, who played Black Panther. The four lead women in this film, I love how independent they were. I love how strong they were. If there's one thing that I really appreciate about this movie, is the positive representation of women. The women in this were badass. They didn't take no shit from nobody. You know, they just held their own, and I love that. And of course, what is a Black Panther review coming out of Trinidad without mentioning Winston Duke himself, who plays Babaku? And first thing, I love the fact that he's not called Man Ape in this film. Like, imagine talking to some little child, it's like, who's your favorite character from Black Panther? Man Ape is my favorite character. It's like, it does sound good though, but M'Baku, that name though, M'Baku, I love that. Even though he's not in this film for a majority of time, Winston Duke just kills it though. Every time he's on screen though, he just owns that role. To me, the standout performer had to be Michael B. Jordan though. He plays hands down one of the best MCU villains I have seen. And I mean best not just of being menacing, because yes, he's menacing, but also what I really loved about his character is that there was so much depth, there was so much sadness inside of him. And then when you're really learning about what his character went through, especially with someone involving his dad, that's all I have to say. Is like, yeah boy, now I can relate to you. I mean, yes, you're going at it in a violent way, but I can relate to your dread. I can understand where you were coming from. And this really made for a rather complex villain, a really surprisingly complex villain at that. At the same time, you hate him for the stuff that he's doing on screen. But when you understand why and what led him to do that, it's like, well, yeah, you know. And that same thing happens to with Chadwick Boseman. It's like, yes, he has a throne now, but you know, he has to carry on the tradition of his forefathers and his father as well. But then you realize that, you know, maybe he can't really rule the way how his forefathers did. Maybe he has to do something a bit different, you know what I mean? It's a new age. I love that conflict with his character. Another thing that I really loved about this movie, and to me, this is really what sold it to me, was the epic tone of it, the scope of it. While it's not as big a scale as, say, Civil War, this is very much, you know, small scale. It's very internal. It's about Wakanda. But because we are in this new world, in this new country, just that decision to make it all epic and sprawling and grandiose, I thought worked immensely. As for flaws, though, because like I said, it's not a perfect movie, the CG, the VFX, I should say, is a little questionable at some points. Also, I felt that the pacing at times, just a little couple of times, were a little sluggish, especially when you don't see the main characters. But to me though, just in closing, those flaws are very, very minor because of just the heart that they put into this movie. You could tell that the cast and crew put so much into this movie. I'm not saying that every movie has to be perfect, and this movie definitely is not perfect, but because of the care, because of the effort that they put into this movie, I can't help but say, yeah, I genuinely love this movie. So for me, guys, this is one of the best MCU movies I've ever seen. This is one of the best movies I've seen in 2018 thus far, and I have a feeling that this is going to show up in my top 10 list. Maybe it might be in my top 5, I'm not too sure. So for me, I will give this a very light 4.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely go and see this on the big screen. Go and see it on the biggest screen that you can find. Go with your friends, get a big bag of popcorn, get a drink, have fun. If you want to dress in African garb, go right ahead. If you want to go in dressed like this, go right ahead. But just go and see it.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, whatever it is. Just don't go into people place naked. Just don't go into people place naked.
Yeah,
please.
You don't want to get locked up.
Yeah, but go watch this movie, support it, love it, and I can't wait to see what they do with Infinity War. I am just genuinely excited to see Infinity War now, thanks to Black Panther. So yes, guys, if you have seen this film, feel free to let me know what you thought about it. Do you like the film? Did you hate the film? Do you think this is a flawless masterpiece? Or do you think that the flaws are there, but it kind of weighed on the movie? Or do you just love the movie all the same regardless of these flaws? You know, comment below and let me know. And feel free to check out Brandon and myself's reaction to the first trailer for HBO's Fahrenheit 451, which also stars Killmonger himself, Michael B. Jordan. You'll see that link below, so feel free to check it out. And yes, that's pretty much about it. So once again, guys, this is Matthew. And like a wise man once told me, Wakanda forever.